Good morning, Facebook and YouTube. Welcome to Family Friendly Fridays. You heard right, I'm about to start doing YouTube videos again, and I'm gonna put most of my videos. I'm gonna put on Facebook and YouTube both, but I'm gonna do some exclusive content for Facebook and some exclusive content for YouTube. The more people I can reach, the better. Um, but I thought I would give some shout outs to some of my fam here, some of my Facebook friends and family today. Uh, Shout out to all the people who go to Life Change Church Tullahoma, first off, and thank you for supporting my videos. Y'all been y'all been wonderful, and for all the ones who shared my videos, keep up the good work. Like, share, uh, and if you're on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, and post notifications. Man, y'all are so appreciated. And for my few YouTube fans I have, which is not many, but it's about to be more. Thank you, and thank you for your patience and waiting for me. I kind of gave up hope after a while on YouTube because I wasn't really getting the support there. I wasn't getting subscribers and all that, but you know what? I got to thinking, it's not about who subscribes, it's about who sees it. Yeah? So I'm going to start doing it again. Do I want you to subscribe? Oh, yeah, subscribe if you can. I know some people with iPhones, it's not that easy. You got to go through a little more to subscribe, but if you can, please do. But I thought I'd do some different kind of content. First off, I want to say I love Jesus. I love God. And if I'm not doing a video about my religious beliefs or theology, that don't mean that I'm giving up on God. He ain't gave up on me, so I'm not gonna give up on him. But I think I got to think, if I really want the support for my videos, I think the family needs to get to know me. Now, so I thought I'd do some videos where I'm just sitting here talking to you, and you're getting to know me, and I'm getting to know you. And sorry about my video from yesterday. I know Tyler Lone was supposed to be on here, and we had to reschedule. He was a little under the weather, wasn't feeling real good, but we've got it rescheduled for tomorrow. And I'm not going to promise you I'm not going to have to reschedule again. He goes, no, we're busy people with busy lives. Tyler is too, and we got to respect that. And so I'm not gonna promise you I want to reschedule again. I'm sorry for all the noise that happens on my videos, like that truck that just went by. But I live on a small country road, but this small country road leads to the Air Force Base. And the Air Force Base has got a lot of construction going on right now. So cement trucks and dump trucks and come through very often. Matter of fact, one just come by and I see another one coming down the road, so you're about to hear a little more traffic noise. If on a busy street, you hear cars and trucks go by, and they're loud. But when you live on a small country road, the noise for every vehicle sounds twice as loud as what all the traffic from the other roads do. See what I mean? But I just think it's important that we have our family days. You know, if you're on my Facebook, you are part of my family. If you're on my YouTube, I consider you to be part of my family. You know, I got my family I know on Facebook, and my family that I don't really know on YouTube. You know, there's a few of them. But I want y'all to go on my YouTube. I started my YouTube a lot before I started doing the videos here on Facebook. So, yeah, you can go back and probably see something that you hadn't seen on here. So, go to my YouTube, like, subscribe, post notifications. And like I said, I'm going to do some content that I'm going to put on Facebook and YouTube. And I'm going to do some that's exclusively for YouTube and some that's exclusively for Facebook. So, tune in. You're going to see some different kinds of things. And I've got some characters that I do. You know, most people have already seen my Billy Joe Bob Buck snort. I enjoy doing stuff like that, you know. And I think the fam likes seeing me do things like that, you know. Being serious all the time, you know. Nobody can be stone-faced. Who's gonna want to watch this all the time? I'm serious, can't even cut a joke. Ain't got no humor. I think it just come up with a new character. But I love y'all. I really do. You know, that's the reason why I do these videos, because I do love y'all. You know, the people I know on Facebook, y'all are all friends and family. And I've got some new friends and family since I started going to a new church back several months ago. My Facebook following and my Facebook friends are growing. Like I said, shout out to Vice Team Church, Oklahoma. And shout out to my old friends from Manchester First Free Will Baptist Church too. I love y'all too. But you know what? God is doing some amazing things with people right now. Just in the past few years, my walk with God, I've seen a church that was almost to the point of dissipating, just disappearing, build back up to where they had to have a new building. And like I said, shout out to Manchester First Free Will Baptist Church. And my new church home, Life Change Church, Oklahoma. Wow, the things that are happening there. A church, 2 years old. That's all the church is 2 years old. And we just merged with another church that's only, I think that they were only about 7 months old. But those two new churches, they come together. I think last Sunday we had over 200 people. Let's give God a big hand. He deserves it. You know, he's growing his community. I'm seeing things happening with God's people that I haven't seen in a long time. Now, I'm seeing God's community come together again. I'm seeing more support than I think I have seen in years regarding God's people. Now look at this professional here, yawning on camera. I sneeze on camera. I touch my face a lot and scratch and turn my head and not make eye contact with the camera. Such a professional. But I want to ask y'all this morning, how y'all living? No. Yeah, I got to do it. That's something I do on my YouTube all the time. That's my questions. How you living? And I'm starting to do that more on Facebook too. Are you living like there's no tomorrow? Now, when you're young, and somebody mentions living like there's no tomorrow, you start thinking of doing all these things on your bucket list, things that you don't have time to do later on. And as you get older, your bucket list shrinks a little bit. Let me let this truck get right here. I want to make sure y'all hear this point right here. Your bucket list shrinks a little bit. And one thing on my bucket list is sealing my fate with my home in heaven. Well, it's not really fate. You make your fate. But making my home in heaven. Building my future. For this life and beyond. If I die today, I want to be able to say, I'm going to heaven. I'm going to be with the Father. And can you say that? If you died right now, would you go to heaven? Would you be with the Father? No? Would you be there, be wrapped up nice and tight in the arms of a loving God, safe and secure? Or would you be down in the fiery pit where the Bible describes hell as a fire that can't be quenched, eternal gnashing of teeth, pain like labor pains for eternity? Women, when you gave birth, and you had those pains of childbirth, you remember how it feels. Most of us guys remember how it feels because we were in there with you. And we were sitting there shaking our heads and saying, we don't want to go through that. I'm glad the women have the babies. I remember when both my sons were born, my wife became my hero with what she went through. Our second son, Alex, no epidural even. I mean, she became my hero and the pain that she went through. Imagine going through that kind of pain for eternity. Non-stop, not ending. That's hell. That is pure hell. For the impure. But that's the way the Bible describes hell to be. We don't want to go there, people. And nobody knows the time or the moment that you're going to die. I could step off of a curb and not see a car coming around the curve, and bam, my life is over. And you can do the same. And we're not promised tomorrow. We're not even promised the next minute. A bomb could fall out of the sky right now. We don't have the time to say, hey, that's in my plans to do. Fulfill your plans now. If you don't have God in your life, just close your eyes and say, Lord, I love you. Please enter my life. Please enter my heart. I don't have the next minute to wait. Lord, forgive me of my sins. I need you now. That's the way it should be. Because you need him now. Now, God is not something to do before you die. God is something to take advantage of in your life, not in your death. And there's good life in God. Well, there truly is good life in God. We don't have to. We can't wait till our time of dying because it could surprise us. The loud truck is going by, so I'll repeat it. We don't have time to wait till we know we're dying, because we might not have that time. No, all we got is this moment. That's all. That's all we have. Now, so we need to make sure that we keep ourselves spotless, clean, white as snow. Yes, all of sin and fallen short of the grace of God. We're all going to do our wrongs. And let this truck get by. Busy road, great busy road. Like I said, we're all going to do our wrongs. We're all going to fall short of the grace of God. But you know what? It's our job, as soon as we do wrong, to cast and say, hey, God, forgive me of this. I did not mean this. And mean that with your heart when you say it. Just pray to God, when I do wrong, please convict me. Please make me feel it. Please help me to know it. That way you got, as soon as you do that wrong, it pops in your head, hey, I need to ask for forgiveness now. You're not promised the next minute. Now, we had to have that personal relationship with God. Now, that's something I talk about a lot, is personal relationship with God. You know, let's think of God on a human level for one time. How do we have a relationship with other people in our lives? Do you have a relationship with your mom, or your dad, or your brother, or your sister by talking? That's only half of it. Listen to God. Clear your heart, clear your mind, and just make God speak to your heart. You know, let Him. Now, I'm not gonna say that God can't speak to you in a voice that you can hear. You know, we read in the Bible of where that's happened, man. Make it happen to them, make it happen for us. But most of the time, it's a message that God puts on your heart. Now, listen to that message that God puts on your heart. Now, you can have a full conversation with God and not even hear the first voice just through the messages He puts on your heart. You can have a full own relationship with our Lord, Father, and Master just through the messages God puts on your heart. Just close your eyes and say, Lord, I just wait upon you. Speak to me. In Jesus' name. And I just wait upon you, Lord. Just like this. And He will put some messages on your heart. No. We don't get to know somebody by talking to them. We get to know somebody by listening to what they have to say. And we got a whole book that tells us what God has to say. But you know, reading a book is not knowing somebody. Reading a book is just knowing about somebody. Yes, it is important to read that book. I don't care if you have the application on your phone or your tablet, or if you're actually got the Bible in your hand, read the book. Study to show yourself approved. That's the word from the Bible. Study to show yourself approved. But, and never ever think that you're too bad to come to God. I want to remind you about the story of Paul. Paul was one of the greatest of the disciples. But do you know how he started out? He started out as one who persecuted people for following Christ. He used to literally hurt people for following God. I mean, he went from hurting people for following God to being one of the greatest of the disciples. That's a big change. But that's what he did. He went from actually hurting people for following God to actually helping people to follow God. It don't matter where you've been, people. It matters where you're going. It don't matter. I'll repeat that. It does not matter where you've been. It matters where you're going. And it goes back to how you're living. That's what it comes back to. How you living. And that's what really matters. That personal relationship with the Lord God and Master, with Abba. Now, some people translate Abba as to mean Father from the Greek. But I translate a little further than that. My own personal father. That's Daddy. That's my spiritual daddy. Now, I know some people, increasingly more families don't have a daddy. Yeah, I'm back. Y'all probably never knew I went away. But I had to walk my dog. Now, that's part of what I was trying to say is, us people, like me with my Facebook and YouTube ministries, and we live normal lives. I think it's important that you get to see our lives a little bit. And we do live normal lives. My guy cut the video off right then to walk the dog. We ain't no different than normal people. Just like the celebrities that you see on TV, they're normal people. They live their normal lives. One thing I do ask, me being a normal person, pray for me. Please pray for me. Especially, I've got an increasing number of people coming to me and asking for my spiritual advice. And I've been in and out of God's kingdom enough that I know the answer to a lot of the questions, but a lot of the questions that they are coming to me with is on a personal level. And I want to be able to give them the right advice, so pray for me. I don't want to lead nobody the wrong direction. Because how you lead others is how I judge myself, I'm putting myself in the position as being a spiritual leader. And when I did that, I have become accountable for what I tell y'all. Now, if I tell y'all wrong, that makes me wrong. If I lead y'all wrong, that makes me wrong. And that's a heavy burden on my shoulders. A burden I gladly bear to be able to spread the word to y'all. But it is something that I have to go through, and I have to be careful about. The way I lead makes a difference in many people's lives. Like, if I lead one person in the wrong direction, one person, and then they spread that message to somebody else and they lead them the wrong direction, I'm accountable for those two people. Those two people tell two more people, four people I'm accountable for messing up, you know? So, and if y'all catch me in my videos being wrong about anything, and this is important here, and this is actually biblical. I don't know where I define it, but you come to me personally alone and tell me. That way I can set it straight. If you come to me personally and tell me, and I don't set it straight, or like for instance, hit me up on Facebook Messenger and tell me personally by myself, set it straight. If that don't work and I don't set it straight, and I hate to say this because this is going to be a hard one, come to me publicly and call me out. Man, I hate saying that. But come to me personally first before you do it publicly. But that's actually the way it actually says it in the word. The you go your brother in private first, and then if that don't work, then you publicly call them out. In other words, give me a chance to set it straight before we publicly set it straight. You know, the Bible don't leave nothing out. And thanks for Pastor Christian Watts showing me that this year lately. I've heard him preach on things that in all my 49 years of life, I've never heard a preacher preach on before. You know, I never have heard a preacher preach on being lonely or mental disorders or anything like that. Man, he was speaking to me, especially the mental disorders. I have something that I heard him talk about, he suffers with himself, anxiety. I don't have anxiety attacks that often. I've only had one or two of them. But you know, even when you're not having attacks, you still have the anxiety. The anxiety is still there. And that's something I have to fight against every day. Fear. You know, sometimes it's a creeping fear. Like sometimes I lay down to sleep and I wonder if I'm going to wake up the next morning. That kind of fear. Yeah, that's pretty scary. That's a pretty scary thought, you know. When you lay down at night, you're not sure if you're going to wake up the next morning. And when I found out that I was suffering from COPD from many years of smoking, that fear became even worse. But we all have our fears that we deal with, and anxiety is mine. All it took was one anxiety attack. And you know, it don't have to be no major thing to have an anxiety attack. When I had my first anxiety attack, it was because my pillow was too hot when I laid down. Yeah, little things like that. It's crazy. I couldn't get comfortable because my pillow was too hot. And the next day I was actually in the doctor's office thinking that I was having a heart attack. And anxiety is not something that you get over. Because, you know, an anxiety attack, you feel like you're dying. I mean, an anxiety attack can cause further anxiety too. And, you know, I went to the doctor, and when the doctor decided I had an anxiety attack, I thought the doctor would prescribe me something. There is no prescription for anxiety. Not that I know of. And all they told me is whenever I feel like I'm having an attack, to think about something peaceful and happy. And that's the medication. But you know what? We do know some medicine. We do know a doctor that is good, that can help with that. God Almighty, the great physician. Now there is a cure. There is hope, even for anxiety. I'm back. I know y'all didn't know I left again, but I am back. You know, Facebook, YouTube, I love y'all. Thank y'all for being part of my family. And you know, I think of my family here on Facebook. And you know, the first friend I ever had that I can remember as a kid is still on my Facebook. Now, I'm 49 years old, and I remember this kid from when I was 5 years old, maybe even 4 years old. But he was my first friend ever. And I'm still friends with him now. Shout out to Dwayne Brewer. You're my brother, you always will be. I ain't seen you in years. But you know, that's the good thing about social media. Is you do get to see these people that you haven't thought of in years. You know? And, you know, I'm glad I decided to start doing these I think we're going to call it Family Friendly Friday. Yeah, that's a good name. Or Fam Friendly Friday, that's it. Fam Friendly Friday. Because I think it's important that y'all really get to know me personally. You know, I think that would make my videos and everything more effective. If you hear it makes the sound of, I got my dog right here behind me. He's below camera level, but he wanted to come outside, so I thought I'd bring him out here with me. His name is Stony, and that's my buddy. But you know, it feels good to actually be able to do a nice long video for y'all instead of having to cut them short like I always do. And for us to get to know each other, because I really do love y'all. And like I said, little extra prayers for me, because I'm gonna start doing my YouTube videos again. Like I said, I'm going to still gonna do my Facebook. A lot of videos I put on Facebook, I'm gonna put on YouTube also. But like I said, I'm gonna do some exclusive YouTube content. I'm gonna do some exclusive Facebook content. So, just because you're singing on Facebook, check out my videos on YouTube also. Because it might not be one that you see on here. Like, I've got a bunch of videos on YouTube. See, I started doing videos on YouTube first. So there's a bunch of videos on there that ain't on my Facebook. So check it out. It's the Tennessee Walker. That's where you'll find me on the YouTube. Look up Tennessee Walker and you'll find me. Or not Tennessee Walker, but the Tennessee Walker. The is important. Look up the Tennessee Walker if you want to find me. If you just look up Tennessee Walker, you're going to see a bunch of horses. Beautiful horses, but horses. You know, I'm thinking about the time of the year, you know. We're right around the corner from Halloween or all the harvest balls uh, and stuff like that. So just remember, as you're going out and partying and all that, to do it safely. It's better not to drink or not to be drunken at all, but if you are going to be, make sure you got somebody else to drive. It's better not to drink at all, though. You know, drinking responsibly. You know, the best way to drink responsibly is to not drink. If you're putting something to your lips that the next drink might be one drink too many and impair you or have you drunken, because the levels it takes to get you drunk is different on different days. Just depends on what you got in your stomach or how much you've ate or stuff like that. The best way to drink responsibly is not drink. The Bible tells us not to be drunken wherein is excess. The best way not to be drunken is not to drink at all. That's the way I see it. And I ain't gonna say that I won't ever take a sip. But, you know, if I do, that's all I'm taking is one sip. I like the flavor. But, you know, for the biggest part, I'm not buying liquor. I'm not buying beer. I'm not partaking of it. And the reason why, I'm not gonna take a chance on taking that one sip too many, and all of a sudden I'm getting a head rush, and that's drunkenness. A buzz is drunken. Yeah, I said it. Getting a slight buzz is drunken. As soon as you get that slight little buzz, your judgment is impaired right then. Maybe not a lot, but the slightest little bit. And most people that get that little bit of a buzz and don't get completely blown drunk is going to hate themselves the next day. In my experience in my past, you know, I used to be a heavy drinker when I was younger. That little light buzz is going to give you as bad of a hangover, if not worse, than what being completely blown drunk is. And hangovers are not fun. The worst one I ever had is I was going to throw a party and I mixed a 5-gallon bucket of PGA punch and nobody showed up. That's the worst sick drunk I ever got. I woke up after crawling on the floor in a puddle of vomit. Now, that was pretty ugly. Now, I've always been a show-off. So in my drunken days, I've literally been taken off of the table where I was about to start dancing, and they caught me before I could get my clothes off, thank goodness. But yeah, I was not a glamorous drunk at all. I was obnoxious. All I would do is sit around and brag about how drunk I was. Yeah. I would do this, but I was a little drunk. Yeah, I was bad. Um, but thank goodness and thank God Almighty that with all my drinking that I didn't become an alcoholic. And all the drugs I didn't become a drug addict. That was by the grace of God right there. 'Cause I did some stupid things, anything from smoking pot, the a little bit of crank. I never did a lot of crank, thank goodness. Huffing, inhalants. I did that. Now, people have died after the first time using inhalants. So, I guess you can say in that I'm kind of blessed to even be sitting here. All it takes is one time. So, I am blessed to be sitting here, blessed to actually be able to be normal instead of somebody sitting around babbling and having to have somebody else wipe my chin because of doing too many drugs or doing the wrong drugs. That's the bad thing about inhalants. It don't matter how much of the fumes that you suck off that gasoline. You can come back later and there's still just as much of your drug left. You don't run out of it. So yeah, it's an honor to be here because, I didn't do a lot of drugs. Just the ones I did were really bad. And it could have killed me. And that's the reason why I say that I'm here by the grace of God. Another time I can actually say that I'm here by the grace of God is I was actually robbed at gunpoint and left for dead. They literally kicked me in the back of the head hard enough that it broke my jawbone in 2 different places. Last thing I remember before they run off is hearing the words, "Let's go, he's dead." Yeah, I was literally left for dead. So yeah, it's an honor to be here. If I would have died, I would have never got to know my family. Would never know my wife. I would never know my sons. And, my family is everything to me. And, when I mention my sons, y'all who know me think, I just know you have one son, Jacob. I got another one. He's passed on. But, even though he's passed on, he's still with us. His name was Christian Alexander. We call him Alex. And sometimes I just look to the heavens and I just say, Daddy loves you, Alex. And, I believe he hears me. I don't know that for a fact that he hears what's happening here on earth. but I believe he does. Just in case, I want him to know he's loved by us. You know, I will see him again one day because I'm living my life for God, which means I'll have my home in heaven. He died as an infant, so he's automatically went to heaven. Uh, he was his home was made. You know, I didn't get to be part of his life here on earth because he died at 4 months old. So I get to be part of his life in heaven, and you know that's important to me. And as y'all may know, I've also got my son Jake. Jacob is a good kid, smart. I mean, he might be have autistic tendencies, and he's nonverbal. He don't talk a lot. But let me tell you, that kid is as smart as any other 16-year-old, even if he does have autistic tendencies. And the reason why I say autistic tendencies is because no doctor's ever said that he was autistic. All we know is he shows the symptoms of autism, but no doctor's ever said it. So that's the reason why I say he has autistic tendencies. In other words, he has the symptoms of autism, even though it's never been confirmed that he has autism. It started out as hydrocephalus, which is fluid buildup on the brain, and the doctor said he had never seen more than lighter shadows. That kid proved him wrong. God proved him wrong. That's why I said God proved him wrong. Uh, we had people working with him, teaching him to see with his hands. See, the reason why he was blind is he had what was called cortical visual impairment, which means he had 20/20 vision in his eyes, but his brain did not register what his eyes saw because of the fluid buildup on the brain. In other words, his eyes could see, but his mind couldn't. His anatomy is weird. I don't understand it either. But the doctor said he had never seen more than lighter shadows. And one day, we had people working with him and teaching him to actually see with his hands. So he was going for a toy, and he couldn't find it. He looks up, and then he just reaches. Me and my wife were watching when he did this, which that's amazing itself. We were actually watching when he did it. He just reached his hand out, and he grabbed that toy. And we're like, because the way he grabbed it, we could tell that he saw it. Now, my son's nonverbal, autistic, so he couldn't tell us that he saw it. And we don't know, he might have been seeing more things even before then. We have no idea. But we know that he saw that. And he had a few surgeries. He had what's called strabismus, which means his eye had a lot of movement to it. And his eyelids were really droopy over his eyes. So he had a surgery to raise his eyelids and to keep his eye from darting back and forth to that strabismus. And they put some pretty thick glasses on that kid too, some magnifiers. And that's the only thing they could do for it. His vision was magnified. Because there wasn't really nothing wrong with his eyes, because how can you correct something that's not wrong? But that kid that wasn't supposed to see more than light or shadows. I remember when we took him to his last eye specialist visit, and the doctor told me that he don't need glasses anymore. That kid's got 20/20 vision. You know, that's a miracle from heaven right there. That's God. This kid that was not supposed to see can see. And then the kid who who had had problems with his vision his whole life had 20/20 vision. That's God. That's God's power at work. Yeah, I believe in miracles because I live with one every day. My son is a miracle. And if you want to see the love of a special needs child to, to the parents, they don't hold back. They hold absolutely nothing back. If they're angry, if they have anger issues, they're twice as angry. If they love twice as hard too. Everything is pure adrenaline, including their love. Nothing's held back. I've actually been on here for 57 minutes now. That means I'm working on an hour. This will be my first hour-long video. Yeah, but I'm gonna start doing the fam-friendly Fridays more often. I'm enjoying this now. As I get back to working regular, you know, I've been on partial unemployment because of how the weather's been and lack of equipment at work and stuff like that. But it looks like we're about to start working a little more full time again. So I'm not always going to be able to do these long videos like this, but I thought I'd take advantage of it today, you know, being home, not working. All these pauses you see me do is because loud trucks are going by, and you know, I'm not gonna fight to be heard over them, so I'll just pause and everything. But you know, I guess it's about time for me to get out of here. It's approaching the 1 hour mark, so I'm gonna end this with God loves you. God will always love you, and me and Stoney does too. But yeah, God will always love you. You know, God created you. The same way your parents uh, procreated for you, God created you. Uh, we have traits, some like our daddies, some like our mamas, but we have the traits of our spiritual daddy too. He made us in His image. He made us in His image. Why that truck too the horn at me? I don't know, but and that's the reason why I've been stopping for the trucks. I'm not going to try to be heard over them. But like I said, I love you. I will always love you. God, God has taught me to love. Uh, who do I love? God tells me to love my family. God tells me to love my fellow man. Here's the hard one. God tells me to love my enemies. That's the hard one. But, to love everybody. So, yeah, I love y'all. I always have loved y'all. I always will love y'all. That's the reason why I do these videos, is y'all love. And that's, my Facebook family. Most of y'all I know. There's a few people on my Facebook that I don't really know all that well yet. Especially my new church family, since I just started a new church. I think it was in April that I started going there. But since I started going there, I've got a lot of new friends. And, and then there's the people on my YouTube that most of which I don't know and probably won't ever know. But, I love y'all too. Y'all are a creation of God. God's taught me to love. I love y'all. Uh, but nobody can love you the way that the Father loves you. God loves you more than what you will ever know, more than you could ever love yourself. And I love you too. Peace. Peace be with all y'all.